everyone, and welcome to the Coon Rapids Ice Center for CTN's live coverage of boys high school hockey. A little non-conference action as the Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids squad welcomes the Trojans from New Prague. Joe Young along with Howie Shapiro and Jerry Grant for tonight's contest. And about 8 games left in the regular season. Both these teams looking for ways to carry momentum into the playoffs.
Well, what you have tonight is you have 2 teams on a losing streak. New Prague hasn't won a game yet in 2025. They're 0-7-1, I think, Howie. And the Coon Rapids Spring Lake Park team has lost 3 in a row after winning 3 in a row, so I don't know.
Well, and talking to Coach Gagnon today, he said those last 2 losses, the Andover and Blade, said they didn't play horribly, but they had one really bad period in each game, and that really hurt them to try and get those wins.
Yeah, New Prague started the season 4-1. Since that time, just 1-7-2, and they have really struggled to score, Howie. But a very young team, including their scoring leader.
Yeah, they have 4 sophomores in the starting lineup, but their scoring leader is Walker Anderson, one of those sophomores, and probably your favorite player because he stands 5'6", 11 goals, 8 assists. You know, he's really fast and he plays bigger than his size, and I know you appreciate a player like that. So they're going to have to obviously keep an eye on him tonight.
Well, and on the flip side, for Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids, a lot of depth of scoring. They've got about a dozen guys almost in double digits. One of their senior captains had a very slow start to the season, but Teddy Wackman has had 10 points in the last 5 games, Jerry, to overtake the team lead in points.
Yeah, he has 7 goals, 15 assists, so he's playing very well. And at this time of year, you say not many games left. You got to have those seniors step up and get ready for the playoffs. So time to score goals.
Yeah, and the depth, and we knew that coming in when the 2 teams or 2 programs came together that would give them more dangerous depth, and they have proven that is exactly the case. They're hoping to end their 3-game skid with a win against the Trojans. They drop the puck next on CTN. back at the creek, just about ready to get this one underway. Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids, a slight favorite over the visiting Trojans.
Well, you know why? Because both these teams have played 3 common opponents, because New Prague lost to St. Louis Park, they lost to Bloomington Jefferson, they lost to Waconia, and SLPCR beat all 3 of those.
Yeah, Coach Drazen.
They lost to St. Louis Park.
Yeah, they did lose.
Yeah, that's 2.
So they, two
that's
and
2 of the
one.
3. Yep.
Yep. So they were, Coach Drazen that was talking about that loss for their squad to St. Louis Park, because it just did not play well in that contest. And so, you know, they're looking to bounce back here.
That was one where they had blown the big lead in the third period, SLPCR. I believe we're up by like 6-3.
Yep.
And ended up losing that one, 8-6. Okay. Early on, this one pushed into the SLPCR end. Sent back in deep by Connor Williams. Ashley digging for it out of the corner. His pass looking for Anderson was broken up. Engberg with speed the other way. Trying to cut back across, and it's knocked away by Beckius. Beckius able to dig it free. His pass deflected on its way near side for Anderson. They're able to force it to center. Turned around just inside the zone by Dylan Bushy. Long pass, Lichter at the blue line. Lost the handle a bit, able to get it back, takes a heavy hit. It gives chase back again in the corner. Williams gets it out to center. Huber pulls it off the far boards, gets it in deep. Trojans in on the forecheck. Sent around near side, first one there is Whitty, plays it back to the point. Walking in, Christensen sends it across, a shot hits traffic and deflects off the end board. Alford sends it back to Wackman, back to Alford. Lost the handle as he got to the red line. Regroup and turned back the other way by New Prague. Icing waved off as Jensen got there just as it was getting to the red line.
Yeah, SLPC are a little sloppy right now in their passing. They're not handling the puck very well, and New Prague jumping on loose pucks, and there's their first shot.
Blair able to get it just inside the blue line, go in. Not a lot on that backhand, a relatively easy save and cover for Zach Bushy.
You know, talking to Coach Gagnon, guys, you know, some of the things that he was talking about what we need to do today, and they've been having trouble getting the puck out of their own end, and I think that's something they really need to work on. You know,
here's one played to the line, but not out. Fired wide by Krochuk. SLPCR regroups near side. Jensen ahead for Alfin. Slowed, lost the puck at the blue line, and shot by Waitis into the glove of Bushy.
Yeah, good pinch by New Prague. Deep stepped up, got that puck, jammed it right back on Bushy.
There's head coach Brad Drazen of the Trojans. Had a chance to speak with him yesterday.
Face-off win for SLPCR. They're able to get it to the line and out, and that is sent back in by Beckius, but hit a teammate. That's outside. And we'll face it off outside the Coon Rapids blue line.
Well, Jerry, another thing Coach Gagnon says, if we can be good on our forechecks tonight, he says, then we have an opportunity to win, and that's kind of their game.
Beckius' pass taken away. Suka gets it back from Barsness. Battles in the corner, sent around in front of Bush. Bush pushes it up the boards. Sent out to center and all the way back down to the SLPCR end. First one there is Tranby. Circles his own net. The pass out of the reach for Barsness. Regroup at center ice for the Trojans. They send it back in. Bush across. Tranby looks ahead. Pass was denied and taken away by Williams coming in. Bushy able to make the save and hold for the faceoff.
That's about the 4th turnover in their own end here in the start of the game, and that's not going to work very well. You got to find a way to just settle down and move that puck. They're jamming it to right there on the wall, lose the battle on the wrong side of the puck, and in they come all alone.
Yeah, and I mean, again, that's some of the things he talked about, is that we have to do a better job of that. And so far tonight, they haven't done that, but it's early.
Connor Williams, one of the captains, second on the team in scoring. Able to win a puck battle and then go in all alone. Herzog sends it out of the reach of Lichter on the far side. Herzog able to win it back. Out to the point. The shot is blocked. Walter couldn't get the second shot through either, and now an out-man rush and a goal for New Prague. Blocking down the wing and putting it high shelf. Walker Anderson, the sophomore, starts the scoring with his 12th of the year.
Jerry, that turnover led to that goal.
Again, turnover. Person does a curl up in the zone, leaves it to a 2-on-1. No support for the lone defenseman, and everyone was just caught up in the wrong spots. You'll see here they come, 2-on-1. And back checker can't get there in time, but it didn't matter because the shooter found in the corner.
He did find the corner. That's goal number 12. We talked about him in the opening, and he's
well, 2 shots in the row from the point that were blocked. The block sends him alone down the wing, a 2-on-1, and puts a perfect shot top shelf. SLPCR counterattack. That pass just out of the reach of Wackman. Shot from the point by Jensen right into the midsection of Cole Murphy.
First shot and goal. 6 for New Prague, Howie.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously it's been troubling. Coach Drazen has to love the fact that they get this first tally of the evening, and as a team that's having trouble finding goals, less than 2 goals a game in their last 7.
It's hard to win when you don't score over 2 goals.
Goggins chips it in, gives chase, sends it back down low. Centering pass broken up. Alphen gets it to Wackman, waits across for Alphen off of his skates. Icing wave top down into the corner. Engberg got it back to Alphen, tried to center. Knocked away, but Wackman able to recover. Wackman lost it outside the zone. This is going to be offside. Tranby didn't hear the call, and it will bring the whistle. Face-off back outside the Trojans blue.
Well, give the Trojans some credit. They're skating very well to start the game, and they're putting pressure on the team in white, and that's causing a lot of turnovers and bobbling of the puck.
A long way outside the Trojans blue. It's all going all the way down. The intentional offside.
Yeah.
It was offside for a long time. It was indicated as such from the official, but not heard. This one is going to be right on goal, and Murphy is forced to cover it up with Andrew Clark charging down ice ahead of all defenders.
Yeah, that's good. Well, and you get an offensive zone draw out of that. That's not too bad. Now you got to win the draw and do something.
Not a lot of history between these two squads.
No. What is the history of it?
There's not much.
We couldn't find it?
Couldn't find anything. And, you know, you got to look at against Spring Lake Park and also against Coon Rapids. And when I talked to their coach, he couldn't remember the last time that these teams played.
Easton Bosch with a shot that was deflected up and out of play.
Yeah, they're from, I do believe, the old Minnesota conference from the old days with Red Wing and Prior Lake and all those teams. Not sure if they're still in that conference. I think they're in the Metro West, if I remember, with Chaska and Laconia.
Face-off win for SLPCR. Bushy's pass, though, doesn't connect. Kept in at the line. Bushy gets it back, able to skate to center. And it's taken away and sent back in.
Good back check by Bosch there. He used his speed and handled that very well for New Prague.
Barzis into the zone down the left wing, leaves it for Tranby across ice, out of the reach of Clark. Bushy will play it down. Barzis couldn't scoop it off. Deflected back into the corner. Sukup looking, leaves it off. Bushy from a short angle. It's deflected up and out of play.
They are in the Metro West.
Metro West? Yeah. With last year's winner of the Metro West, which lost a lot of players and is not as good as they were last year, Chanhassen, who could have won the state tournament.
Could have.
They were right there at the end with Edina.
Lichter able to win the draw. Engberg plays it back to the point. Tranby sends it across. But Adams had already dropped back out of the zone. Swept back in behind, centering pass broken up by the stick of Bushy, and then he's able to scoop up the puck that was bouncing around in midair.
That popped up right in front of him.
Swing and a miss on that baseball swing. Otherwise, Williams would have had a goal on that.
Well, today I'm dreaming sitting on a warm summer day watching a baseball game.
We're far
Another
from it.
face-off win for Lichter. Played to the line, but not out. Sent back cross corner. Lichter collects off the Karam, plays it out to center. Engberg pass too far in front of Herzog. Step up by Bush, and then he took away Herzog's stick as well. Back in the SLPCR end, they play it behind. Jensen can't handle it cleanly. Long pass ahead. Herzog couldn't get a piece, but icing waved off anyhow as Bush takes it behind his own net. Leaves it there. Engberg jumps on the loose puck. Steal for the home team, then knocked off his stick. Back the other way comes New Prague. Through center, Grayson Whitty, just a freshman. Gets a lot of playing time. He's got 5 goals on the season for New Prague.
He's quick.
Herzog sweeps it out of the zone. This will go all the way down. It'll be icing and a face-off back in the SLPCR end. 10 minutes, 36 seconds to go in period number 1. And New Prague may have been an underdog coming in, but they have set the tempo here. Out shooting the home team 6-1 and on the board 1-0.
Yeah, and again having trouble keeping it out of their own end, or the SLPCR squad.
Well, the defense are playing the lines well. They're stepping up. There's no gaps.
Bent down and around. Alfred pokes it back into the corner. Whitty battling along the end boards. Engberg able to dig it free, or Lindquist rather. Gets it ahead for Wackman. Wackman's pass out of the reach of Alfred as they enter the zone. Trojans turn it around.
There, but
back out to center comes Huber. Huber sends it in, gives chase. 29 on 29 along the end boards. Huber able to dig it free and send it back in behind. Bushy battling along the end boards against Blair. Shot from the boards, misses wide, out to the point for Christensen. Christensen can't get it through. Lindquist plays it behind. Tranby knocks it down. Long stretch for Alphen at center. He just chips it into the zone. SLPCR trying to get some new players on. Lindquist with a steal, trying to center. That's broken up. A lot of red jerseys in the slot, and the Trojans come out to center.
Yeah, we've kind of been stuck on 6-1 shots for a while.
Yeah, New Prague's doing a very nice job defensively.
Adams steps up, drops it off for Alphen. Alphen's shot is blocked. Gets it right back along the boards, trying to send it down low. It hit the official. Clark able to pick a pocket, had it momentarily, then swept off his stick. He's able to recollect. Clark down low, great pass, backhand. Misses just wide for Sukup. He recovers back out to the point. Walter sends it back down deep. Clark from his knees turns it around, but Sukup was tied up. And the Trojans able to break the pressure. Cross ice pass, hit Bosch in the shin pads. But again, New Prague able to settle the bouncing puck and get it into the zone. Not able to clear again. Bosch turns, his shot blocked. Oh, sorry, that's Bush. Is for Bosch is 8. There's a B-U-S-C-H and a B-O-S-C-H.
Just to confuse you, Jan.
I want to thank them for having 40 players on their roster and using the 8-point font for the
at least they gave you the lineup.
Yeah, if I could learn to use those.
They're kind of nice.
They are, for some respects.
But you have your own style.
I need that numerical.
Well, it'd be nice. They're nice jerseys for New Prague. It's a little hard to see the names. The numbers you can see great.
Yeah, names are really difficult to say, obviously.
You see it now on the camera.
Well, yeah, but from up here with our old eyes.
I'd be all right with an all-white lettering. Yeah, lettering and numbers. I would be okay with that. Jensen, a good step up along the near boards, but great defensive support from the Trojans. They get it back to center with numbers. That pass just skips off the stick of Whitty in the slot. SLPCR reverses. Stout gets it ahead. Engberg with speed. Slips past the hip check. Top of the circle. Shot sent wide. Jensen waits for it at the blue line. Sends it across. Stott's shot deflected by Engberg and then blocked. Engberg able to win it back just inside the line. Down low for Herzog. Herzog's pass off the back of the net. Jensen a shot. That's blocked and will come back out to neutral ice. Dylan Bushy collects. Gets around some pressure, coughs it up, but SLPCR maintains control. Jensen throws it at the net. And Murphy has seen enough. He says, let's just slow things down. We're exactly 10 minutes into this contest, and we're going to have a face-off in the New Prague end.
Can you hear that sound from that New Prague bench every time a shot's blocked, Howie? They are clapping and cheering every time a shot's blocked. And there's been 3 or 4 of those already. And that's selling yourself in that defensive zone.
It's like Coach Drazen said, we really need a win, and we feel that we've got a really good opportunity to get one here tonight. And so far, they look pretty good. They've been outplaying SLPCR in the early going.
Wackman keeps it in at the blue line. Lindquist couldn't control. Alfred back out to the point. Tranby waits, then gives it to Lindquist. Top of the circle's a shot, hit a defensive stick.
Wow.
And getting just enough and able to cover is Cole Murphy.
Yeah, he was fortunate there because the puck sat there for, fortunately for the Trojan, there wasn't a white jersey there because that would have been a goal.
Yeah, he was going left. Watch it here. Let's see it again. He was going left, and the puck
just
started going
there.
to his right.
Not a lot on the shot,
nope.
But he made the save.
Alfred from a short angle misses wide. Bushy at the point, plays it across. Granby not able to keep it in.
Yeah, lots of mistakes, just moving the puck around. Just gonna keep working, try to get that stuff sorted out. That's, I think, 3 times they've had that kind of pass to the blue line that went diagonal rather than straight across. Got to turn your body a little more. Yep. There, a little bumble.
Pass right through the middle. Will go all the way down, and icing waved off. I'm not exactly sure why.
I was curious on that as well. I don't think anyone touched it.
Yeah, it was like he said, the goalie could have played it. Well, the goalie can always play. Lindquist trying to slip through some traffic. Upended as he does so. Back the other way comes Williams. Waiting for some help as he crosses the blue line. Slows. Pass across. Bobbled a bit by Bush. He's able to recover. Pressured along the end line by Wolter. Coughs it up. Wackman steps through a stick check. Skates to center. Across for Alfin. Alfin back to Wackman. He misses just wide. Waiting for it is Wolter. He'll play it back down and around. Wackman a bit of a bump along the end board. New Prague plays it back around the other side. They're just going to fire this one out, and icing waved off. It went off of an SLPCR player.
Yeah, Euchre would have said, Howie, that was just a little bit outside.
A little bit.
Clear attempt, hit a body, and nearly turned into a scoring chance for New Prague again. Loose puck. Poked ahead by New Prague. Into the zone comes Ashley. Centering. And a big hit along the end boards. A shot stopped by Bushy and turned to the corner. Barsnitz bounces it out to center. Clark collects into the zone. Trying to get it out front. That was deflected in behind by Ben Simon. He throws a hit to Barsnitz along the end boards. Sukup battling for it. He's bumped off of it. Out to center comes Williams. Lost the handle a bit. Fires it off the crossbar. Nearly put his team up by 2. Gets it back in the corner. Got Anderson there with him. A pass out front taken away by Andrew Clark. Cuts back, hits it to Barsnitz, attacking 1v3. He's forced into the corner. Clark there to support. Punching it free is Krochuk. Off the side of the net, collected by Clark. A backhand chance by Sukup. Deflected up and out of play.
Yeah, well, SLPCR starting to get the message that they have to get grittier, because that's what New Prague is doing. They are really gritty.
Look at that, right off the crossbar.
That was such a quick release, too. I mean, he had the puck, and all of a sudden he just snapped it off, and that's how you score goals.
Being the expert at hockey that I am, why didn't they not give him a shot on goal on that? I don't understand that. Isn't that a shot on net?
No, it is
not.
not.
Okay.
It's a shot attempt, but not on net.
It is not a shot on goal. Any shot off of a post is not a shot on goal.
I guess I never knew that. So all the time I've been doing this.
I'm amazed that you did not.
But
I did not.
It's an attempt, Howie.
But after all these years, Howie, you always amaze me.
Yeah, well. I have to amaze somebody.
Well, you know, if you need to know, just ask.
Well, that's why I asked.
Yeah. And I'm
Why I
glad
asked.
you asked and you got the answer.
But yes,
I actually knew. I just wanted to educate the audience.
a shot
You
on
just want to
goal.
see if we knew.
Oh, I knew you'd know.
A shot on goal is defined as a shot that has to be stopped by the
I got it.
goaltender and or a member of the defensive team,
Gotcha.
or would be considered a goal. So technically, if it's going wide and the goaltender snares it, a lot of times they will get a shot on goal, although it technically is not. It's going wide.
Okay. Well, I learned something new tonight.
But yeah, the posts are considered wide of the net
Yeah, all right.
by the smallest of margins.
Well, for sure.
Engberg with speed through center, trying to drag through the triangle on Bush and was denied. Played back into the corner by Herzog. Bush fumbled it a bit and then got run over by Lichter. Herzog tried to center for Engberg. Good stick there by Whitus to break it up and avoid the one-timer. And the clear attempt deflected out of play into the box, so we will have a face-off in the Trojans' end.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with New Prague so far. I don't know how they've lost so many games because they're playing really good team defense. They're supporting each other. They're physical.
Well-structured.
They're physical. They're hitting people. They're getting in the way. Yeah, they're playing a nice
Here's what
trio.
Coach Drazen told me. He says, we've been in most games into the third, and that's where they've kind of fallen apart. So, you know, obviously a lot of time to go before we get there. We'll see what happens.
Lindquist upended off the draw, no call. Tranby able to keep it in at the point. Alfin battling, he's tripped up, and here we're going to see our first penalty of the contest. SLPCR onto the power play with 2:37 remaining in the period.
Well, that's kind of payback for Elfin. He got decked over
he
that
got
same
drilled.
area a few minutes
Yep.
ago, and that should have been an interference call, but this was a trip.
Well, one of the keys for Coach Gagnon was we have to do a much better job when we're on the power play.
Yeah, because they're only 15.9%.
Yep. So we will see what happens here on this particular instance, but he would love to get an opportunity to get a goal here and
absolutely.
knot this thing up before
Yeah.
the end of the period.
Yeah, at least control the puck, get some chances, and see what happens.
Lindquist to Alfin, one touch, Wackman down low, looking back door.
Had him early.
But Engberg had his stick lifted. Lindquist back down low. Poked free by New Prague. Clear attempt, stopped up by Alfin, trying to get it back down deep. And the second chance goes 200 feet on the clear for Dylan Clark.
You always got to remember, you have a second more than you think sometimes. Just kind of look up and see what you have.
Lindquist into the zone, down the right wing, goes wide on Bush. Carries behind the net. Out to the point for Dylan Bushy. Down low, Wackman bobbles a bit. Slides it back up top. Alfin across. Bushy walking in. Backdoor. Wackman tried to go high short side, and getting his shoulder on it was Cole Murphy. And New Prague with another clear midway through this power play for SLPCR.
Well, they've had two opportunities to find a guy open at that back door, and they have not gotten it yet, but it's open. Got to win those puck battles, though.
That is for sure.
Lichter sets up from behind his own net. And the indirect off target. A couple of SLPCR guys running into each other, top of the zone. And it allows Whitus to play it back down deep. Now just 30 seconds remain on the power play. Drew Lindquist long ahead for Wackman. Steps into the zone across. Lichter trying to collect off the board, just pushes it, and then able to get back to it. Wackman nearly had it after the pass was partially blocked. Maybe one more rush as Lindquist collects back in his own end.
Getting out muscled on that puck.
Lindquist bumped off it in the corner. Beckius can't
Careful,
clear,
2-on-1.
but a 2-on-1. Here comes Ashley. Save made by Bushy as the penalty expires. We are back to full strength. 30 seconds to go in the period. Sukup to Barsness, back to Sukup. Barsness into the zone, left for Alfin. His shot is blocked. New Prague trying to collect and make something happen back the other way. Good steal back by Barsness. Played out front, but Sukup couldn't get to it. New Prague able to chip it out to center. One last rush attempt, last 2 seconds, and Bushy will make a save just before the buzzer. And New Prague, again, may have been the underdogs coming in, but certainly not playing that way.
Yeah, that was sloppy at the end there. Just opportunities, but everybody went and get, look at 3 guys deep below the dot, and then they get that puck out in the gap, and out they go. Well, the good thing is they're out of the period.
And it's only a 1-goal game. Down on the bench with Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids head coach Connor Gagnon is Howie Shapiro. Howie?
Thanks, Joe. Coach, we talked about some things today. One of them was getting the puck out of your D zone. I thought you guys had a little bit of trouble in the first part of that first, and also the penalty kill. You had an opportunity for a power play, or I'm sorry, the power play, not the penalty kill. Talk a little bit about your thoughts on the first period and what you saw out there.
Yeah, for sure. Slow start right away. The first few minutes, it took us a few shifts to get our legs under us, but I thought as the period went on to that point, we started to get pucks out of our own end a little bit more efficiently, and we started to get some good opportunities down in their end.
4 shots on goal in that first period. How do you get a little more pressure in the second period on their net?
Yeah, I think we did a better job on the forecheck, but we got to turn our low to high plays into pucks on the net right now. We've had some good opportunities, but we haven't gotten enough pucks through, so continuing to get after their D and hunt the puck, and then when we get our opportunities to go low to high, D to D, get it to the net from there. So.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second. We'll take a quick break and break down the first period right after this.
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center, New Prague a 1-0 lead over SLPCR, and they just came out with a lot of speed and really took it to the home team right off the opening puck drop.
Yeah, they played the body, they supported each other, there was good gap control, and took a while for SLPCR to get their legs going and get in the game.
Well, the good thing is, guys, it's only 1-0 at this point, so that's the positive you take out of it.
I was just going to say, as you found out in talking to Coach Gagnon, took them a minute or two to get their legs going, but felt better about the way they ended the period, and they were able to create a couple of chances. They did have the lone power play of that first period, but New Prague had the lone goal, and that's the difference in the game. It came early on, just 3:20 into the game, and sophomore Walker Anderson, a snipe top shelf, his 12th goal, 20th point of the season. And that is the only difference in the contest so far. So at one point, Jerry, SLPCR was being outshot 6-1.
Yep.
You get to the end and it's 9-4.
9-4, and hey, give Bushy credit. He held him in there. He made some nice saves. That one was a good shot that got by him, but 2-on-1. Can't fault him on that. So there's some good things to think about, and they got some opportunities towards the end, just didn't make the passes. So I think they're getting things going, hopefully.
Well, and they're trying to work. They're trying to figure some things out with their power play, obviously, as well.
Yeah, and then you look at it all, there's what you have. Shots, 9-4.
Well, and as you mentioned, Howie, they're only down 1-0.
Yeah.
They do have plenty of scoring power, as we talked about in the intro, to come back and take this one away. But
they do.
We can't see the same kind of lackluster passes and just a lot of sloppy play in that first period,
especially in the early.
They cannot continue to do if they want to get back in and get a win tonight.
Yeah, especially in the early part of that first period, and again, they've got to be able to get the puck out of their own end. I mean, that's something that's been troubling them all season long, and that's why they've been inconsistent. At 7-10. I asked Coach Gagnon, what's your goal for the next 8 games? He says, we just want to finish over 500. And that's kind of their goal at this point before they hit sections.
Yeah, well, they're giving up 4.35 goals per game overall for the season. Tonight's a nice night to tighten that down and keep them to 1 or 2 and get 3 yourself at least. Go from there.
Well, we're going to be back here on Thursday against Irondale. Irondale's a team right around 500. Going to give them a heck of a contest, but they're another team that is going to be a beatable opponent, you would assume, for SLPCR.
Well, you always have to play the game. That's we talk about everything on paper, but right now, New Prague is playing the game. Won the draw to start the period and put it right back in the zone.
Lichter gets it out to center. Knocked down by Bush. Loose puck taken away by Lichter. Lichter into the zone, spin towards the boards, back out to Bushy. Plays it across. Tranby walking in, trying to look back door. Trojans able to get sticks in the way.
Shoot the puck, crash for rebound.
Well, and that was, again, another point of emphasis for Coach Gagnon. We get it up low to high. We've got to get shots on goal. Williams fires high and wide as he was tripped up by a sliding Tranby. Herzog back the other way. Murphy was trying to just push it into the corner, but it kind of stuck to his stick, so he'll cover it up for a faceoff.
Well, in that last sequence, guys, looked like, Jerry, that he had an opportunity to get it to a teammate, but he decided to take that shot instead.
Yep, you gotta take that shot sometimes, Howie, if it's there. I got to generate some momentum by putting pucks on goal.
Yep.
Walter holds on the near blue. Lindquist poking at it, not able to get it free. Pass spun Grayson Whitty around at his own blue line. Ends up being icing. Back to the New Prague end.
Yeah, that's good. Good to have some icings on the other team. Keep getting the offensive draw, win one, and get some pressure going.
Lindquist and Borridge tie up on the draw. Lindquist trying to poke it across to Alphen. Battles for it and wins it at center ice. Walter ahead. Wackman deflects it into the zone, out of the reach of Murphy. Lindquist pokes it back behind. Alphen trying to center. Nobody there in the The net came way off.
Yeah, it came off the.
We got to fix that.
The mooring there, and it was a good job by Huber hanging down low on coverage, and he was able to get to the puck first anyhow. In the replay there, a little pass out front. Good turn by the forward being back.
Shot from the point, stopped by Murphy into the corner. Clark trying to center. Barsness was tied up. Back the other way comes New Prague. Into the zone, Blair is shot. Deflected into the corner. Pushed back down low. Sukup couldn't catch up with it. Volter pokes it back down low. Sukup behind. Adams gets it out to center. Played right back in. Austin Adams will skate to center this time. Avoids a hit. Into the zone. Top of the circle. Popped up over his stick. He'll play it around behind. Sukup trying to catch up to it and can't. Back the other way comes New Prague. Strong shot from Easton Bosch. Handled by the keeper, Zach Bushy.
Yeah, Bosch had good speed coming down the middle, and he'll use the defender to screen, put one on the net, and Bushy made the save.
Yeah, again, you talk about you've got to get opportunities for shots on net, and Bushy just made sure he kept that puck in between his pads.
Face-off win for New Prague, and a post keeps this a one-goal game. A very quick release from Bosch off the face-off win. And this one was played with a high stick. Face-off all the way to the other end.
Yeah, that post is a friend. There's two that were good shots, but they did not find the twine, thank goodness for Bushy. But the thing is, New Prague keeps getting those chances because they're winning battles, they're getting open spots, and they're releasing the puck. Got to tighten up. Same like that.
Another
just walk
face-off
them right
win
out.
for New Prague. Speed to the other end for Gilbertson.
You got to tie guys up. You can't let them just come walking right through there.
Herzog off the boards, knocked down by Bush, and that is what they call a hands pass.
Hands pass.
When Brady Engelking tries to retrieve.
All right, good try. He was able to he kept the puck in and denied SLPCR a breakout, so it's not a bad thing.
Yep. Well, these are the opportunities that SLPCR need to make count when they've got the puck down in that end. And
Lost the draw again.
Played around, but kept in by Jensen at the point. Lichter trying to jam it back deep. Won it to Herzog. Jensen back for Lichter. Hopped over his stick down low. Scooped up by Simon. He plays it around. Deflected out to center by Williams. Lichter back in his own end. Off the boards for Engberg. Engberg stops up to get away from the pressure from Wojtas. His pass was behind Lichter at center. And Christensen sends it in deep. Anderson just tried to one-touch it behind, but that was intercepted. Able to get it back. And that will be icing.
And one thing we are used to seeing is Engberg using his speed, but I'll tell you what, New Prague is not letting him get the puck and letting him get going.
well, I know Coach Drazen was watching with tape of the last couple of games of SLPCR, and you know he talked about speed of this team, and he said we really have to do a good job of clamping down on and not letting them get loose with the puck.
And they are. And they keep winning faceoffs, Joe.
It does certainly help in a lot of ways. Borwich's pass doesn't click, but it gets down deep. Borwich able to recollect off the boards, now tipped away by Lindquist out to center. Alphen fights through a check. Top of the circle, the shot deflected into the far corner. Sends it back to the point. Tranby across. Bushy bobbled it. Gets it in on goal. It's bobbled but held by Cole Murphy.
Yeah, that's all right. Shots on goal. He bobbled it for a second.
Yep.
There's rebounds there, so just keep doing that.
That's first shot on goal for SLPCR this period.
Yeah, 1-1.
1-1,
Yeah,
correct.
as we talk about, getting it out to the point, playing it point to point is great. Any shot at this point is a good shot, but you saw how well the Trojans are defending. Guys are tied up. They're moved out of the way, giving their netminder an opportunity to see it from a long way out. And even if it does get away from him on the rebound, he had support right in front on top of the crease.
Yeah. Just look at them battle. They're just not.
Alfred pokes it down low. Tranby centering. One-timer deflected and a goal! Wackman. I'm not sure who it hit out front, but it definitely changed directions. And there was no chance for Cole Murphy. We're tied at 1.
They needed that one. Wackman skating over like he got it. So.
Yeah, I definitely think they needed that one. They need a little momentum on their side because they really haven't seen that much here so far in this hockey game.
Starts the battle on the boards because New Prague had the puck under control, and then it gets behind him, and then here you have a nice pass, comes out to the high slot, and they're able to get it by the goalie.
Wackman, that's his 8th goal of the season.
Yeah, 8 and 23 points now.
Yep.
Ooh.
Shot from a ways out, handled by Bushy. Long rebound collected by Clark. On the attack the other way. Sukup takes a hard hit up high, and it's going to result in a penalty. Bushy to the bench. Clark fans on the shot. Touched up, and we are going to get a power play for SLPCR. Just got the goal, has a little bit of momentum going.
Goes Christensen into the box. Been a clean game, been physical, but it's been clean most of the game.
It has, and again, that's an obvious penalty right there. And again, now another opportunity for SLPCR to work on their power play unit. Something is Jerry, we talked about in that first period, something has been lacking for them this season. Success on that power play.
Christensen sitting there going, why did I get a penalty for that? Looked like a check. They evidently thought it was a little late, a little high.
Well, the indication was head contact, so
that was contact towards the head.
A face-off win for the Trojans.
Too easy.
And a clear all the way down.
Yeah, you got the extra man. You got a battle. Outnumber him. There you go.
Barsness across, a little behind Clark. Collected off the boards by Lichter. They enter the zone. Sukup down, back up top. Clark top of the circle. Steps below. Chipped off his stick. It bounces in on goal. Murphy will hold on.
Yeah, just little bobbles here and there, and every time there's a little bobble, New Prague is jumping on it and putting the pressure on.
Toby Tranby got the assist on that goal for SLPCR.
Face-off win for SLPCR. Lichter gets it across. Barsness to Clark. Back for Barsness. Has to take it off the boards. Down low. Herzog sends it back around for Barsness. Up top for Clark. Clark sidesteps pressure. Poked free. And that one nearly sent Beckius in on a break. Instead, Lichter able to battle through. Get it back in the zone. Herzog. A shot that's stopped up by Murphy. Clark can't hold the line midway through the power play. It's sent all the way back down by the Trojans.
So PCR has to realize when it goes to the point, they're sending guys up to trap them in that little corner and get a turnover.
Barsness skates it into the zone, leaves it off. Wackman back to Clark. Lichter, a one-timer, misses wide. Clark sends it back for Wackman. Wackman looking for Lichter. It was in his skates. It was partially deflected. He's able to keep it in the zone, though, until it's chopped away by Carson Ashley. Caden Alford had it poked off his stick. Back to Lindquist. Down low, out front, out of the reach of Engberg. And that is cleared one more time by Joey Bush, and that should do it. Another solid PK for New Prague.
Yeah, they have good structure there.
New Prague, full strength.
Wackman gets it into the zone. Engberg for Alphen, trying to get it back. It was blocked. Another centering attempt knocked away by Murphy. Played down low. Alphen collects off the boards out to the point. Lindquist walking in. A shot and a blocker saved by Murphy. Kept in by Bushy. New Prague gets the handle, gets it out to center. Bushy at his own blue line. Mishandled the pass. Lindquist will send it behind. Bushy up the boards. Wackman trying to get it across. That's stopped up. Opportunity walking right down the slot. Shot saved by Bushy. Alfred back to recover. Long pass for Engberg. Engberg had it knocked off his stick as he entered the zone. New Prague with numbers at center again, broken up by Bushy. Alfred Drops it off. Lindquist is shot. That's blocked. And again, you hear the chorus of claps from the visiting bench as guys are sacrificing life and limb out there to keep the pucks from getting to their keeper.
They sure are.
Long shot from Rue is stopped up. Rebound cleared behind. Out to the point, Christensen. Plays it back near side. Engelke trying to center. That went right through the skates of Rue out front. Clark flips it ahead for Sukup. Sukup with speed through center, cutting across the top of the circles. Had his pocket picked by Bosch. Bosch back the other way. His shot is blocked. Recovered in the corner by Ashley. Tried to center. That was denied. Stout played it across. Bounced away from Jensen. Anderson recovers. He's slowed there by Jensen. Recovers it. Plays it out to the point. Going to the backhand is Christensen. Plays it off the board. A turnaround shot by Ashley is stopped up by Bushy. SLPCR able to break the pressure. Clark down the boards. Will send it right in on the keeper. And he's going to be forced to hold on. Exactly 8 minutes left in period number 2. 1-1 game.
I'll tell you what, whenever that Bosch gets the puck for New Prague, Howie, he makes something happen. He's been trouble.
He does, and again, that's Murphy to be able to hold on to that puck and make sure that he covered up on it to force that face-off.
Yep, New Prague wins on their draw.
Pass across was behind the target. Adams will send it back in for SLPCR. Adams holds at the blue line. Plays it across. It comes out of the zone. Wolter out at center. Spinning away from pressure. Plays it off the near boards. Lichter trying to control. He's bumped there at the red line. Digging for it is Huber. He gets it and sends it in deep. Adams turns it around. First one there was Dylan Clark, keeping it in the zone. SLPCR able to get it out, pass across over the stick of Lichter, and New Prague back the other way. They get the red line. They send it in deep. First one there, Connor Williams. Leaves it for Whitty. Whitty behind the net. Plays it off the board, out to the point, across for Bush. Bush's shot didn't get through. Turnaround shot also blocked by Wolter. Lindquist collects. He's tripped up, and SLPCR is going to get another power play. Alford trying to send it out front, hit a skate. Waiting for it is Adams. He'll play it across, and that'll be touched up. 6:41 to go, and back on the power play goes SLPCR.
Time to score on the power play, Holly.
It is time, especially on a unit that you're working on, but this will be their third opportunity as you, a very important player for the Trojans is sitting in the box.
The leading scorer, there it is, the slash and the hack, and call it what you want. And it was in the offensive zone.
Yeah.
Face-off win for SLPCR. Shot from the point is blocked. And that one's sent all the way back down. Lindquist is going to win the race. Goggins was right on his heels, though.
Yeah, they're working hard today.
Alford sends it down and around. Wackman trying to sweep it along to Lindquist. Failed clear attempt by New Prague. Lindquist stepping in out front. Deflected wide by Engberg. Lindquist again, top of the circles. His shot held by Murphy.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Get some shots.
You have to.
Yeah, you can't just be passing that puck around the perimeter. Got a chance, put it on the net, crash. Get down there and get going. Because the thing is, New Prague is very disciplined. They'll, like I say, they'll wall you off as soon as you turn your back. There are two guys on you and fire, and they will force you to turn the puck over.
Face-off win for SLPCR. Bushy sends it down. Wackman couldn't control. New Prague off the boards, and that is a mistake on their part because they just deflected up and out of play, and that's going to stay in the zone.
Yeah. And they had some numbers creeping out of the zone there too. Talking about it now.
Trying to argue that it was beyond the blue line. I don't know that the puck ever touched the ice after the blue line. I know that it didn't.
No,
but they are going to give the face-off outside the zone. And it was touched in the neutral zone.
Yeah, no problem with that.
Another face-off win for SLPCR almost midway through this power play. Lindquist pass across, intercepted by Ashley.
Yeah, they're cutting across. All those diagonal passes across ice are not working. They're cutting them off. Got to be tighter, closer together.
Alphen speeds to the other end, drops it off. Engberg tried to send it back to him, intercepted, and sent the length of the ice.
So you kill penalty
I was
after
going to say,
sticks. They're on the ice.
give the Trojans credit. They've been doing a really nice job on the penalty kill.
There you go.
Long pass ahead. Clark with room goes back door. The shot by Wackman, and Murphy able to hold on.
Yeah, he tried to go 5-0, but he shut the door on him.
Yeah, he showed it and they closed it down. But that was good. They found an opening, made the
Nice
pass.
stretch
that
pass,
was
yep.
Yeah, it was open, and they got in on that. Because New Prague is very aggressive. Yeah.
They had Engberg sliding down the slot as well. That was a lot of bodies right in front of the opposing netminder.
Yeah.
20 seconds left on the power play. Sukup battling along the boards. He's sent to the ice
Yeah, with a nice cross check.
by Wojtis. SLPCR able to regain control. A chance for Sukup.
Wow.
It's deflected
Nice.
up and out of play. A very good stick by the New Prague defender.
Yeah, that was that saved the goal. That was an open corner.
And again, they're just trying to find some rhythm here and looking to see what they can do about moving the puck around, and they have been doing that. They just haven't been able to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah.
On the power play.
Good block by Dylan Clark on that one.
Sukup off the draw, and he throws a big hit. That got the home crowd happy. Bush races to the other end. His shot deflected up and out of play. 4:37.
Oh, again on the power play.
Yeah, I
Joe.
was going to say another power play situation for SLPCR, and they can't produce. Oh yeah, he laid the lumber.
That was low. He used his arms. Wasn't up in the face area.
Anderson wins the puck out front. Williams tips it just wide. Jensen can't get past Williams. Sukup is there as well, pushes it to Clark. Taken away by Ashley. Ashley dancing through some traffic, coughs up the biscuit. Clark collects for the home team, and then he's relieved of it by Anderson. Anderson stuffed point blank by Zach Bushy.
Bushy with a really nice save there, because that was a great situation, great scoring chance for the Trojans.
Rule number one when you're the last man with the puck, you don't dangle it, you move it.
Well, and that's probably half a dozen turnovers in the top 5 feet of their defensive zone, and that usually leads to a whole lot of trouble.
The coaches we used to play for here on the bench the rest of the game for that stuff.
Pass across a little bit behind Lindquist, but SLPCR able to collect and get it into the zone. Lindquist getting past one check, slowed behind the net. Wackman out front, Alphen stopped up, and Murphy kicks the net all the way to the backboard.
That's one way to make the save.
It's an old goalie trick.
It is. Good pass. That was good. Use that space behind the net.
Yep.
Gretzky's old office when he was playing, and a lot of things can happen from back there.
We're going to get some water, a little extra tending to on that post. Try and freeze it to the ice a little bit.
Yeah, they come loose pretty easy.
Well, it's not the rubber bumper they use in the NHL that goes about 6 inches into the post and 6 inches into the ice. You're talking about where you can see the little bump there that you're expecting to keep that.
Howie, I know you're an engineer.
It's a half-inch spike.
Yeah.
Now, why can't you get you and your company to make these magnet systems? You get a magnet down in there that would hold it a little more pressure, but it would release at the right strength level. Can you work on that?
That's a good question. You got me mixed up with other engineers. I'm an engineer on a train. So it's a totally different situation.
I remember now. Okay.
But that's a great idea, though. Why don't you
I'm not
come
an
up with it?
engineer either.
But you're retired. You got extra
But you're a
time,
professor.
and SLPCR doesn't hold the zone. Numbers down ice, and a great job selling out to make the block for Wolter. Right back the other way. Teddy Wackman is shot. Rebound all the way back out to the point. Wolter will play it down low. Lindquist looking backdoor for Alphen. He collects off the boards. Will send it back down low. Wackman couldn't handle it cleanly. Adams trying to send it toward the net. Did not get through the traffic, and SLPCR going to have their first penalty to kill off here as Lindquist clearly got his stick in there and took the man to the ice. That's going to get you every time.
It's too bad. The SLPCR was starting to get some momentum going here, and now we'll see what kind of power play New Prague has. I don't know. Do you have the numbers now?
I don't have the numbers on the power play.
Well, according to there you see the infraction. According to the hub, they are 21.7% on their power play, 81% on their PK.
Not bad.
Yep.
SLPCR able to break the pressure, get to the other end. Lichter brings it back out, sends it to Sukup. They'll waste some time. Bushy will send it 200 feet.
Yeah, nice. Good kill off 20, 30 seconds there.
Carrying into the zone is Beckius, but then it's swept off his stick back out to neutral. Anderson with speed, gets in alone behind the defense, wraps around, tried to center, it was deflected in on goal. Bushy trying to hold, he's getting whacked at by New Prague players. Hands coming up, pushing, shoving, punches being thrown, defenseman down inside the blue line, or inside the bottom of the circles. Faceoff should come outside the blue line. We'll see what happens if there are additional penalties. If not, at the very least,
I think
that's got to come outside the zone for your defenders coming all the way down to join the fracas.
Good job.
But it looks like we're going to get some extra penalties.
Yep.
Good job by Bushy.
Like
Go ahead and get over there.
One aside there.
Tranby and Ashley.
That's the last one that was the problem.
Officials won't stand for that.
Yeah, that's all right.
Obviously at this level.
Well, you have a tight game. They're getting a little feisty now because they're into it, and the referees just have to make the calls they need to settle them down just a little bit. And that was a good call to take them both.
Yep, absolutely.
Give them the message, hey, you went a little too far.
No fighting here.
There's some heavy hits tonight. Oh, another penalty.
It's going to be hooked, and it's going to be a 5-on-3 for a fair piece. Trojans get the goalie to the bench.
Oh, we got another one in front of the net, too.
And that one's going to go against New Prague, so they just gave away the 5-on-3 opportunity.
Yeah,
I was wondering why the whistle would blow. They were still clearly in control.
Some
but we're going to fill up the penalty.
We are.
Let's see the cross-checking going on down here. There's the first
Alphen
one.
Getting
still
the
in
call.
the gut. But yeah, we had a battle going on down in front of the net, just outside the blue paint, with some good cross checks flying around. Well, we have 3 white jerseys and 2
red ones. Yep.
So they'll try to sort all this out, see what's going on.
So will those be incidental though, because they happen so separately? So now will we play 4-on-3 or will we play 5-on-4?
Yeah, good question.
Because it was about to be 5-on-3.
Right. Yep.
But then you got another penalty in front on New Prague, and I didn't see who it was that went in for them.
It was
on the board yet? Nope.
No, they won't put it on there because they're offsetting.
Yeah.
Or are they offsetting, or are they coincidental? And that's it. Looks like they're going to be considered offsetting because we're going to stay 5-on-4.
Yeah, well, like I say, they happen at 2 different times, but okay.
Either way, the refs are saying enough's enough. 45 seconds left on the power play. The shot by Anderson is deflected up and out of play.
Good job by Bushy getting a stick on that. So Dylan did his job out there. Just like New Prague's been showing. They've had sticks, active sticks on the ice every penalty kill. And that cuts off some passing lanes.
Win the face-off. Anderson, top of the circles. His shot hit Bosch in the back of the hip. Comes back to Anderson. Left it there. Bosch now from the hash marks. Off the side of the net. Wackman will send it right down the middle, all the way to the end of the ice.
Nice job by Teddy to get that out of there.
Yeah, the middle is usually open when you're on the penalty kill. He's got to look up, and if it's there, just throw it in there.
Anderson cutting across, seeing out of the reach of the poke checks. Drops it off. Dancing with it is Beckius. Back up top. Back to Beckius. The penalty is over. This shot deflected and goes wide. No shots on the power play for New Prague, despite having some solid zone time. Clark deflects it to center. Races 2-on-0. Wackman to Clark. He put too much angle on it. And this one, he angled it right back into the netminder. And the defender, back checker, came flying in, took the net to the backboards. And so much for the water you put down to freeze.
That did not work.
Well, not when you got a human flying in at speed.
There you see it. There he is. There's your pass. Nice pass. Goalie was moving. Yeah.
Oh, he's got 97% of the 4x6, but just not able to avoid that one leg pad that Murphy was able to keep in front of him.
Shorten that stick a little more, get a little better angle on it.
Wolter had it hop over his stick. He's pressured, able to turn away from it. He'll send it back in.
Yeah, good.
Murphy stops it up behind, leaves it for Bush. Bush bumped off it by Clark, but able to move it ahead. Cutting through center is Engelking. Shot into the midsection of Zach Bushy. He'll hold for the face-off. Just under 30 seconds remain in period number 2. Tied up between Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids, and New Prague.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea at this point of the period when you get the red line, dump it in. Just no turnovers.
Bushy able to win the race.
Oh, nice slew
But a good step up, and Clark kept off the puck. SLPCR able to get it out to center. Engberg spins, blows the tire, turns it over. New Prague can't handle it cleanly. They'll fire it in and around. 10 seconds left in the period. SLPCR sends it out to center and all the way down, and it'll run out of steam, and that will take us to the buzzer. And with a good push at the end of the period, SLPCR able to cut into that shot lead that the Trojans had enjoyed all game long. But, most importantly, getting that goal early on from Teddy Wackman.
Well, they outshot them 11-8 that period, SLPCR, so that's good. Better than the first period, so they can keep building on that. And they had good opportunities, just didn't score. They had 2 post-to-posts at the end on breaks. They just need to finish those off.
And down on the visiting bench with Trojans head coach Brad Drazen is our Howie Shapiro. Howie?
Thanks, Joe. Coach, 1-1 through 2. You and I talked about things like playing strong defense. I thought your defense has played really well. Thought you did a really nice job of winning some faceoffs. One of your concerns was staying out of the box, but your penalty kill has played well. Your thoughts through 2?
Yeah, I think we've done a lot of things that we've wanted to do. I think we've just kind of been on a little bit of a roller coaster with being physical, not being physical, letting guys behind us. So just kind of mental things, I think. But our goalies played well, and we're, 1-1 game.
You talked about, you've been in most games to the third period. Now you're tied at 1, and we're going into period number 3. What's your message to the guys?
Yeah, that we've been here before. We've been here all year. We've been in these situations, and we know that the little things will add up to mean bigger, to the big things. And so we need to do the little things right, like stopping on pucks and getting pucks out at the blue and those kinds of things that have bit us in the past recently. Then hopefully we can learn from them and, execute right now.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the third. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back to break the second period down right after this.
to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Coon Rapids Ice Center, and we got a good one between SLPCR and the Trojans from New Prague. New Prague came out with a lot of speed in that first period. They had the only tally, but SLPCR controlled the second period better, got the equalizer, and now it's all who comes to play in the third.
Yeah, well, they outshot them 11-9.
Yep.
And that was a good period for SLPCR because they had good opportunities at the post. They could have had a couple goals, but they missed a few, but they got one.
Well, and Zach Bushy has played well. He's been aggressive. I've really liked how well he has controlled his rebounds. He's been out on top of the paint, challenging shooters. And SLPCR, you know, they got the one goal on kind of a weird deflection from a shot by Teddy Wackman. They get their scoring leader gets another goal. But you know, it was kind of a funny bounce. It went off, I think, a defender. And but that's what it takes. Get the puck to the net. Good things happen.
Yeah. Get the puck. That's what it's all about. Put it on the net.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting third period. You know, obviously going in at 1-1. New Prague obviously wants to continue. They're desperate for a win. Yeah. SLPCR is obviously desperate after coming off a couple of big losses to Blaine and to Andover. So I think it's just really who controls the puck better and really who can stay out of the box. I think may come down to that as well.
Yeah, a lot of penalties right at the end. A couple of offsetting minors that kept it from being, you know, a lot of power plays. It was almost a long 5-on-3 for New Prague there. And, you know, the interesting thing about it was that, you know, when the arm initially went up for Alphin's penalty, I was thinking, you know, the Trojans should just give the puck over to get as much
time. Yeah, to get as much time out of the fact that they
get as much 5-on-3 time as possible. And instead, what happens is they take a penalty down in front of the net, battling for position, and gave up the opportunity on that 5-on-3. And New Prague actually finished their power play without a shot on goal.
Goaltenders are going to be huge in this period.
Well, and who wins the races, the short races? Who gets the puck? Who controls, you know, possession? It's so much easier to play the game with the puck.
Yeah. And SLPCR wants to get the first goal because then all of a sudden that tape will play in New Prague's head. Here we go again. And they can have a letdown. That's who take advantage of it. Well, both teams are fired up.
We'll see who wants it more.
That's right. It's been a good hockey game.
Yeah, it really has.
Herzog kicks it back to Bushy. Bushy's pass went off a skate. Back into the zone. New Prague gets possession. Williams top of the zone. A shot tipped out front and right in on Bushy. Ashley was cutting across right over the top of the slot. Lichter laid out as he enters the zone. Williams back the other way. Can't get past Tranby. Herzog gives it back to Bushy. Plays it out to center. Slowed by Bushy. Or by Bush. And SLPCR able to send it all the way down. Great pressure from Agberg. Forces the turnover. Lichter trying to keep possession. Backhander at the top of the zone. Kick the other way. Bushy out to play it. We'll send it off the boards for Lichter. Lichter sends it off the boards out to center. Engberg can't control. Turned around and here comes a That's a big no call.
I thought they were going to call
there's
that.
a makeup no call the other way as Bushy was upended in the zone.
Well, they're going to let him play.
Yep.
Sent down and around by Wackman. He'll get it back in the corner, and then he sent it to an empty point. Walter to Adams. Ahead and into the zone. Lindquist gives chase. Pressuring Simon behind. Played out front. Alphin couldn't control. Still battling for it. Backhander deflected up and over. Wackman tried to chop it out front. Sent around to the point by Simon. Shot misses wide into the near corner. Adams seals along the boards. Alphin trying to sweep it back deep. Adams holding. Good support there from Lindquist to keep it in at the blue line. Wackman takes a bump. Sent out of the zone, out of reach Adams. That's going to be icing as Bushy says, I'll just let it go and we'll take the face-off. Back at the other end, just about 3 minutes into this third period.
Well, I'll tell you what, New Prague, how he came out laying on the lumber the first couple shifts. They are playing the body. There's that.
Yeah, that was pretty blatant.
That's about as obvious as you can get.
That, you look it up in the book, that's tripping.
That is tripping. They let him get away with that one.
But then Bushy just seconds later entered the zone in a very similar play that was undoubtedly a stick in skates causing player to fall on ice. Sent in deep by Christensen. Puck bounces up high. Everybody kind of lost it. Lindquist able to sweep it around, hit the Zamboni door. Jensen reverses. Swept around by Stott. Tipped out to center. New Prague sends it right back in. Jensen out of the corner. Can't get it past Blair. It kicked out front. SLPCR able to force it back out to center. Wackman takes another whack. This time from Bosch. Stott indirect to Alphen at the blue line. Alphen, Clark trying to send it back out front.
Puck.
It is deflected up and into the corner.
Yeah, too many of those passes when you need to shoot sometimes.
Yep, for sure.
Well, and the one goal they have is a perfect example of just getting to a loose puck and putting it toward the net and good things happening. Sukup able to kick it out to center. Had it back momentarily. And here's Bosch. His shot deflected up and out of play. Good stick from Caden Jensen.
Yeah, again, you turn that puck over again. Fortunately, the SLPCR squad got a stick on it, not allowing him to get that look at the net, shot at the net.
Yeah, New Prague's very aggressive in the neutral zone. They jump on loose pucks and they turn things over quickly.
Face-off win for Sukup. Tranby plays it off the glass, out to center, tracked down by Simon. He's pressured by Clark.
Nice move.
Deflected ahead by Ashley. Bushy across, Tranby ahead, out of the reach of Sukup. Clark back the other way for New Prague. Opportunity for Clark on the doorstep, pressured from behind. Good back check from Sukup, and he is going to send it all the way down, right on goal. Murphy forced to play it, sends it out of the zone. Bobbled by Anderson, recollected by Ashley. He slips between a couple of defenders. Anderson pressured along the boards by Barsness, coughs up the puck. Tranby overskates it. Played it off the boards. Right there for it is Anderson. Deflected away out to center.
Yeah, you got to move the puck fast because people are on you.
Walter, cross ice. Lichter into the zone.
Yeah, right
and
idea.
taken away by Bush and sent back out to center. Walter pressured by Williams. Tranby behind the net takes a big hit. Walter had it momentarily. Out to the point, and Bush carried out to center. So time for SLPCR as the Trojans had to tag up. Engberg behind his own net for Walter. Walter pressured off the puck as he got to neutral ice. Sent right back in deep. Lichter off the boards. Engberg trying to come back to it.
Wow.
Herzog tried to go up the middle. That was deflected back. Here's Lichter at the blue line. Herzog pressuring. He's dragged down.
Yeah, they're just going to let him go. That'd be pretty drastic.
Yeah, well, it was kind of interesting because the last couple of offsetting penalties we saw was usually refs try to settle things down and tell the guys, hey, knock it off. We're going to call everything. And instead, now third period, tied game, and they've swallowed their whistles so far.
They're letting them play.
Some relatively blatant penalties that have not been called, but it's been fair because they're not calling them both ways. Sent ahead, Wackman into the zone. Left it for Lindquist. He was tied up. Waitis can't get it out. The shot deflected into the corner. Alphen recovers off the boards. Alphen top of the circle. Flips it just wide of the net. Crashing is Stout. Plays it back into the corner. New Prague trying to break it out. Lindquist Holds, plays it across. Wackman walking in. His shot blocked, and it's up and out of play. And another Trojans player getting in front of an SLPCR shot.
Well, you said, Jerry, they're being aggressive, and they really are.
Yep. Here they come. We feel Lichter trying to get through there, and he's got two guys. He gets upset with a check that gets under his armpit there. And there's a little bit of a hook, but
they're not calling it.
Say, as long as they just call it that way, both teams, it's fine. But if it gets really rough and out of hand, you got to call those. But
well, Coach Gagnon is bending the officials' ear a bit.
Yeah.
To what extent, or whether it was effective, who knows?
Yeah, as we've talked before.
Great battle for Lindquist off the face-off, trying to jam it home. Stopped up by Murphy. Tranby holds across to Bush, looking to get it toward the net. It was blocked and stopped up by Dylan Clark. He sends it around. Wackman slows it down. He's bumped off of it. Good support from Lindquist to keep it in. Lindquist poking at it. 5-player scrum just inside the blue line. Tranby couldn't hold it that time. Comes out, sent right back in deep. Kitty corner by Wackman. Clark to Bush. Bush's pass knocked down but gets through. Out to center comes Engelking. Sends it out front. Tranby intercepts. His pass knocked right back to him behind the net. Tranby cross ice off the board. Wackman into the zone. Stops up. Cross ice. Alphin. Backdoor and a goal for Drew Lindquist.
That was a pretty goal. Beautiful pass to Lindquist. And they had Murphy going one way, and that far side of the net opened up wide, and
finally made that work, because they had a couple opportunities earlier in the game that missed on that, but that was just tic-tac-toe.
That's his goal number 7 of the year.
There he is, coming right.
Great assist from Alphin.
Well, and great patience on the entry by Teddy Wackman. He starts it all, stays patient, lets the back checkers go past him, finds that passing lane all the way across to Alphin.
Under the triangle, got it through there.
And Alphin feeds the back door, and you always like those goals where all you have to do is hold on to your stick.
Those are nice. And
it goes right in, and SLPCR has the lead, and now they are going on the power play as a couple of bodies hit the ice. Barsness chirping a bit with Connor Williams, who is getting up off the ice to head to the penalty box.
Well, and now we'll see how the Trojans respond now being down a goal, and having trouble in that third period this season of hanging on or getting leads.
That was a dangerous cross check. That was not a good penalty to take.
No, and he's
in college. You're reviewing for 5 right now.
He's maybe fortunate it's only 2. That definitely got up. Maybe not his intention.
Well, I'll tell you,
it's a penalty at a point in the game you really can't take it.
Well, no. Now you're up 2-1. If they can, if SLPCR can get an insurance goal and get a lead by 2, how huge would that be, guys?
Yeah, that would
their power play has been less than stellar.
No, absolutely.
Well, they have a problem just breaking it out.
Well, this is a good time to get some things going.
Sukup into the zone, swept off his stick, but he's able to recollect. Send it around for Barsness. Barsness back down low, got through. Sukup, top of the circle, bobbling. Trying to get it over to Clark, out of his reach. New Prague trying to clear. Sukup able to drop a check and keep the puck available. Lichter's shot blocked into the corner by a sliding Thomas Christensen. Barsness at the point, pressured. Trying to get away from it, tried to hand off to Sukup. But that is sent out to center by Owen Blair.
Got to read that pressure. Oh my goodness!
Just a bad blade and a shorthanded goal for New Prague.
Wow is right.
Just caught an edge, and Keenan Huber got it gift wrapped. He goes in alone. He goes top shelf to tie us at 2.
Yeah, and that's Huber's first goal of the season, guys.
Just mishandling the puck a few times on that power play. Just not settling it down.
Well, again, then he got too far past the puck and lost an edge.
You're leaning the wrong way on that one. But the thing is, there's no support there. Where's another guy? There, just you got the extra guy. You should have an extra guy hanging around.
Big goal for a lot of reasons.
Yep. Well, the game starts again. See who wants it. See who makes the next mistake.
Still 55 seconds to go on the power play. SLPCR sinks back behind their own net. Dylan Bushy will move it ahead for Caden Alphen. Cross ice. Lindquist into the zone, drops it off for Engberg. Tried to give it back to Lindquist. It got past him. Wackman battling for it in the near corner. Engberg comes away with it. Gets past a little bit of a hook. Gets it to Wackman, gets it back. Now out to the point for Alphen. Across Bushy at the top. Lindquist shot blocked by Bush.
Blocked again. Wow.
Oh, Rower's right. They've been doing a really nice job of getting blocking shots and playing strong defense all game long.
15 seconds left on the power play. Alphen down the wing. Not much on that shot. Murphy turns it away. Alphen recollects. Back out to the point. Lindquist down low for Engberg. Back out Lindquist. Walking in, his shot misses high, and that ends the power play. Just the one shot. They give up the shorthanded goal. Alphen walking in. His shot is stick saved by Murphy. Lindquist sends it back into the corner, trying to collect. Wackman battling for it as well, and this one is sent all the way down. That'll be icing. Going to face off back to the New Prague end. 7:20 to go in period number 3.
Well, good pressure at the end there. Got it back down, had some nice shots, just some good saves.
And continue to stay in that end of the rink, and again getting good pressure as you stated. But you got to find another way to get that third goal and put it in the back of the net.
New Prague able to send it out to center. Bushy across. Tranby bobbled a bit, got it ahead for Barsness. He was battling for it. Anderson back the other way for New Prague. Staying out of the reach is Sukup. Sukup forces him all the way into the corner, rides him off the puck. Recollected by Ashley. Back into the corner. Anderson trying to center. Broken up by Clark. Barsness able to force it out to center. Tranby across. Clark will send it in. Murphy will stop it up and leave it there for Beckius. Off the boards, out to the point. Tranby keeps it in. Sukup sends it down and around. Barsness plays the body against Simon, keeps him off the puck. Shot from the point, deflected and ends up wide. Tranby coming all the way down, forcing it into the corner, giving chase, tied up along the end boards. New Prague will break it out the near side. Ahead, Williams chopped down by Sukup. And now it's New Prague that will go on to the power play. 6:15 to go in a tie third period.
Well, Jerry, you don't want to give up this situation with 6:15 remaining and you're tied. Now all of a sudden you've got an advantage.
And Tranby goes down in pinches. Sukup takes his place. So you got forward playing defense, and New Prague was able to get something happening there. Yeah, chop right around the legs.
And he knew it.
Williams has been a problem all day too. He's been physical, kind of in people's minds a little bit. And the referee's talking to the coaches again about something. So.
Yeah, and going from the SLPCR bench now over to talk to Coach Drayson for New Prague as well.
No, we'll see how the New Prague power play goes this time. The first one, the last one, I should say, didn't go very well for them.
Well, it was interrupted by a couple of extra penalties.
Then they had the.
They couldn't get into a flow, obviously.
Yeah. So, and they ended up with no shots on goal in that power play, which saw 2 sets of coincidental minors called during their one power play. After it seemed that the refs had met their quota for penalties in a contest with their busy second period, it seemed that way at least for the first half of this third period, but now a huge power play opportunity for the visitors. And a lazy play by SLPCR just gave them the puck right back. This one sent around but kept in at the blue line by Beckius, forced back out by Engberg. Kick back out, that's offside. Played out. Williams into the zone, pressured by Alphen. Those two both go down, and it's flipped out by Jensen. Engberg uses his speed, get behind the defense, win the race to the puck, collect along the end boards. He'll send it all the way back down to his end. Stout cross ice for Alphen. Caden Alford spins and sends it all the way back down.
Yep, that was very nice work again.
Yeah, taking time off that clock.
Borwich carries in. He's slowed by Tranby. Puck kept in momentarily, but Engberg able to force it out. Continues to pressure Beckius back into his own end. And then a defender falls down and nearly gives SLPCR a shorthanded breakaway. A chance in on goal. Murphy able to hold and cover. But boy, was that close to being the same kind of situation. Back in your own end, you fall down and just give up a shorthanded breakaway. Clearly not as clean a shorthanded opportunity as it was for
the bounce didn't quite go the way they needed it totally, but there was good pressure and it turned into an opportunity.
Lindquist battling off the draw. Bosch able to get control, play it behind. New Prague out to center. They fan on a pass. Lindquist intercepts, but his clear attempt hit a body, and New Prague comes in offside.
And then laid another check on somebody there. That's New Prague's game. Laying the body checks on.
It's physical. It got physical down at the other end, too, in front of Murphy.
35 seconds left on the power play, and again, no shots on goal for New Prague. SLPCR able to win the draw. Wackman plays it across and back into the zone. Bush sends it over. Break up the side, and they can't make that pass click. Sent all the way back down. Lindquist again will come and give pressure as Murphy swings it around. Ashley cross ice for Bush. Had to slow down for it. Chip it back, and Clark plays it ahead. Ashley deflects it in, and that'll do it for the penalty to Sukup. We're back to full strength. 4 minutes and change to go in this third period. Drew Lindquist will send it in on Murphy. He will stop it and cover it up for a face-off to his left. 4:03 on the clock.
Good penalty kill, Howie.
It was a very good penalty kill. Certainly they needed that.
Yeah, they were aggressive. They got in passing lanes. When they got to a loose puck, they were flipping it right out right away and just not letting them come in the zone.
Face-off win by SLPCR. Stout sent it across. It bounced away from Engberg, back out to center. He's all the way back in his own end. Now sends it across. Jensen up the boards. Herzog couldn't collect. Turned right around by the Trojans, but lost as Beckius entered the zone. Here's Williams down the right wing. Stops up, turns towards the boards. Looking for Anderson crashing the slot. It was just out of his reach, and a good pressure from him to force that turnover. Williams a strong shot, and a glove save by Butchie.
Oh, great job by Williams to keep that puck in the zone.
Yeah, that was a nice save. That was heading for the corner.
Yep.
Well, and it's credit to the sophomore who forced the turnover in the first place, and then good hold by Connor Williams and got himself into a good shooting spot, but Bushy comes up with a better save. Good hold at the line, not so much, I guess, for Owen Blair.
Came up into his breezer pants. He was outside the line, and the ref saw it.
Every mistake amplified as we get into the final minutes of a tie game. Tie up off the draw. Forced back to Tranby, across for Dylan Bushy. Barsness into the zone. He's taken off of it by Bush. Bushy stops up at the red line. Clark had to wait for Barsness to clear the zone. Barsness sweeps it past the defender. Sukup there to support. Can't keep it along the boards. Craig, the center. Goggins gets the line. Now sends it down and around. Bushy gets there first. Sends it back up the boards. Tied up.
In the middle.
Barsness poking at it. Comes free. Tranby across out of the reach of Bushy. Poke back out to center. Bushy gets it ahead to Barsness. Barsness a little backhand flicked in, and Murphy will hold for the face-off. 2:24 to go.
And did a good job of, really just getting an opportunity to get a shot on goal. Was really hampered by a couple of Trojan players, but he was able to keep the puck on his stick and get an attempt anyway.
Yeah, he used his edges, got the corner leaned in, and was able to get the shot off. Whenever you get that corner, you keep driving to the net. It's like a point guard in basketball. You get the corner, get your hip out in the way, and go to the basket.
Now Caden Sukup getting an explanation for the official before he heads to the bench. Face-off one off the shoulder of Teddy Wackman. He's able to control it off the boards into the skates of Alphen. Alphen sent it toward the net as he was knocked to the ice. New Prague. Cross ice. Whitty into the zone. Lost the handle. Jensen sweeps it for Alphen. Alphen sends it out to center. Sent back in by Christensen. Alphen waits to Wackman. Wackman sweeps it around the pressure. Lindquist can't get to it. Beckia sends it across. New Prague back into the zone. Anderson getting around the corner. Short angle shot. Bushy made the save. Recollected by Stout. He plays it behind out of the reach of Jensen. William gets there first. He takes a hit from Jensen. It's swept out to center. Wackman gets on it into the zone. Alphen, a shot, rebound loose. New Prague able to get bodies back, and they are able to sweep it out to center. Alphen couldn't get control. Ashley cuts back into the zone, and he is forced offside with that last move.
Move at the blue line. That'll do it to you.
1:25 left in regulation.
Get this opportunity. SLPCR. There you go. Busting in. A little hook, but didn't call it. But gets that puck to Alphen. Alphen gets the shot, and there it sits.
Well, it's too bad Wackman went down, because if Wackman was able to stay on his skates, he may have had that rebound goal, because it was left open.
Tranby sends it across. Bush couldn't control. Lichter bumps him off the puck. The centering attempt went off the back of the net. They lost it. Another centering attempt went all the way through and came out to center. Lichter back to Tranby across. Bushy sends it ahead. Herzog deflects it in as we're under a minute to go. Murphy will just hand it off there for Joey Bush. Bush gets to center ice and sends it in deep. Tranby pressured, had it taken away. Ashley bumped off it by Lichter. Tranby pokes it free. Christensen holds, trips up Engberg to do so. Anderson trying to get speed around that left wing again. Tries that short angle shot. It's deflected up and over. Christensen back to Anderson, top of the circle. Puck bouncing. Tries to flip it up. The save made by Bushy, and he holds for the face-off. 21 seconds to go, and you can see why that sophomore is their leading scorer.
Yeah, he is. He's really good.
Yeah, well, good edges, good speed. He's able to use his Russian circles to kind of turn those corners in the offensive zone and get to the net.
Shots are even up at 22 apiece.
Borwich wins the draw for New Prague. Shot from the point, deflected, ends up wide. Borwich wins it on the near boards.
Nice move.
Plays it down low. Whitty was trying to duck around some pressure, not able to do so. SLPCR to center ice. One last chance, final few seconds. Played out front. Alphen was tied up and negated. Strong defense on the backside from the freshman Grayson Whitty.
Okay, well, what do we have?
We have overtime. 22-22, the shots on goal. 2-2 is the score. We'll take a break. Be back with the extra period right after this on CTN. .51 minutes, not enough to decide a winner between New Prague and Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. We started the third period tied. We ended the third period tied. Great end-to-end play. Alphen to Lindquist at the back door. He nets his 7th of the season. And SLPCR had the lead. They shortly after got a power play, but then just a bad bounce leads to Huber walking in all alone. Just Lichter fans on the clear attempt and lost an edge. And Huber walks in all alone, gets the shorthanded goal to get us back to even. That came right at the midway point of that second period. Good chances from both squads in the latter part of the period, but neither able to solve the netminder and get the victory. So we'll put 8 more minutes back on the clock and we'll play some more.
Pretty even in the quality shots too, Howie. In my chart, I've got New Prague with 14 and SLPCR with 12 quality shots in the slot and
this game,
golden area.
This game has been about as even as you can ask for.
Yeah, it's a good hockey game.
Yeah,
it's been physical. It's been pretty clean. A couple little feisty moments, but that happens once in a while.
You know, emotions sometimes take over, and you know.
Well, and as weird as the turnover that led to the shorthanded goal was, it nearly happened the other way with New Prague. Almost an identical situation with the back just inside their defensive zone, and the defender fanned on a clear attempt and then lost an edge and kind of left the puck alone, and SLPCR was able to jump on it, just not able to get in on a clean break like Huber was.
Yeah, it's sometimes the breaks you get and the ones you don't get that make a difference, especially in overtime.
That is for sure.
Bad bounce to shoot the puck in the net and see what happens.
And we'll switch ends, so it is the long change in the overtime. Sudden death, sudden victory, golden goal. Call it what you will. Both of these teams want to leave here tonight with a win, ending long losing streaks. For Coon Rapids, Spring Lake Park, it's been 3 straight. For New Prague, it's been 7 in a row without a win. 8 in a row, right? 7-1 in their last 8.
Oh, there was a possible turnover.
Yeah, and their tie, I think, was a 0-0 tie.
Yes, it was.
Not mistaken. It's a great night for your netminder. Barsness trying to dance through. Wackman sends it over to Alphen in the corner. Lindquist turns and shoots. A save for Murphy. Tranby scoops it off the board down low. Alphen tries to wrap around the blocker, but the pad rather was there for Murphy.
Murphy was right where he needed to be.
Williams able to get out to center, but then turns it over. Lindquist back in. Leaves it off. Wackman had it knocked off his stick by Bush. Held at the line by Tranby. Toby Tranby trying to circle on his backhand, knocked away, and here comes Anderson rather. Anderson fakes the drop pass. Will carry around behind centers. That was in the skates of Borwidge. And back the other way comes SLPCR. Bushy circles towards the board.
Better defenseman, unfortunately.
Trying to dance through some traffic as the change was happening behind him. This one flipped out to center and all the way back down. Stout will track it down before it becomes icing. Long pass ahead. Lichter to center ice. Plays it off the boards and in. Sent right back out. Grayson Whitty couldn't get through center. Whitty will fire it in and around. Stout will collect it off the boards. Send it ahead. Sukup will sweep it along. Engberg trying to poke it past, but it's held there by Blair. Blair back into the zone. Snapshot and goal! And New Prague is going back happy. They made the long trip. They're sending their fans home with an overtime victory.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
That's how overtime works.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like it was more of a soft goal in that situation. He just didn't see it. It was a nice shot.
It was a nice shot. Right off the post on the far side.
Yeah.
You never blame the goaltender because what happened leading up to the person getting that shot is always something you have to think about.
I get it.
Yeah.
Turnover at neutral ice, and Blair able to walk in really uncontested. And
That's the thing.
a good shooter getting to a good shooting spot, and that he put it just over the pad and under the glove of Zach Bushy, who really, especially early in this game, made some big saves that kept his team in it.
It did.
But, SLPCR going to have to scratch their heads and look for answers the next time out, and that'll be on Thursday when Iredale's here.
Yeah, I mean, he had that far side of the net was pretty wide open, and he just did a nice job of finding it.
Oh, yeah, little screen, nice shot.
Looked like he tried to try and get the glove on it, but wasn't able to. And it's an unfortunate loss for SLPCR, and give credit to the Trojans. They did a nice job of fighting back in that extra frame and got the win.
Like you say, records lie. You can see why this team's been in a lot of games. Their record doesn't speak to the kind of team they have. They're not a bad hockey club.
Right.
On SLPCR, we'll have to.
I don't know we're playing Armstrong Cooper
What
tonight.
happened? What happened?
The SLPCR will have to go back to the drawing board, now 4 in a row. And as I mentioned, they'll have Iredale coming in on Thursday. But, kind of a breakdown, after they played so well in that third period, they took the lead. Then they just, a little bit of a lapse. Too much of a gap entering the zone, and the puck just put in a perfect place out of the reach of Zach Bushy.
Yeah. And special teams, the power play did not show up and get any goals, and they gave up a shorty, and that was the difference.
Here's a look at what we have coming up for you. Boys hockey back here on Thursday against the Iredale Knights. Boys basketball on Tuesday of next week, and swimming and diving against Elk River on Thursday the 30th. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, New Prague 3, Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids 2 in overtime. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro and Jerry Grant, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.